Good evening, everyone.
Oh, yep, that's what we all say.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better, Tucker. Yeah, so Chris is sort of just meandering about because he's waiting for coffees. So, and Tucker sort of put his sixpenneth worth in, as you do. Oh dear, been a shocking day today. I don't know about where you are. It's basically rain, and
Chucking it down.
more rain. Oh, Gordo's in already. Gordon Bennett. It's all right. I've just been saying, Gordon. I don't know if it's been saying where you are, but it's done nothing but absolutely bang it down all day, and I mean all day. So yeah.
That's an old drone fly from what?
So well, you can't do a deal or anything while it's absolutely
can't even act washing out.
Oh, Gordon Bennett. So yeah, you know. Hey up what?
Oh, you're all greeny, flashy.
What?
Your screen went all green, like you got green screen, and then it just
Oh. I thought, hey, what's going off here?
Oh
no! So yeah, I mean it's been that bad. I mean,
no, Mrs. G's not working tonight, hence why I'm early.
Oh. So yeah, but you know, talking of green screens, I said to Chris other day, well, not other day, today actually, this morning. I says, you know, like when I do the baking live on Tuesday evening. Bella. She says it's beautifully. We've had the sun larges out, you know.
Sun larges.
Hiya, Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
So yeah, so I did say, I mean, it were only like a suggestion. Whether or not we can pull it off is the fact that when we do the baking live stream on Tuesday evening, as I said to Chris this morning, I wouldn't mind the green screen behind me and like having a Christmas themed backdrop. So you know, whether or not we can pull it off is a totally different thing, but you know, but that's the thing. It's can we do it logistically, if that makes sense? Because I'm sort of sat that side. Obviously, there's telly and you know, and this sofa this side. So, you know, will it be possible for us to do it? We don't know yet. We might have a bit of a dry run at the weekend. You know, just to see if we can get the green screen positioned right, etc., etc. So, but same as I said to Chris, as we actually beat Christmas week, I can actually, you know, try the green screen out instead of sort of sitting watching me with telly behind me, etc., etc. Be nice to have green screen behind me and have, you know, like a nice Christmas backdrop.
Wow. Well,
I don't even. I've seen one of them, but I don't even know who the other one is. Hi, Amchan. How are you?
hey.
So yeah, I've never even heard. Well, I hadn't even heard it president-elect until they were running for office. But hey ho. So yeah, Callum informed us today that that's it now. He's got no college till after Christmas. So because normally it'd be in Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I says to him, I says, "Are you in college tomorrow? You're doing it online?" And he says, "That's it now." He says, "I've finished."
Lying. I'm having a lying.
I've never even heard of him, Bella, so you're not on your own. So yeah, so did you like the comment that I put? Amjad's cupcakes look absolutely lovely.
Yum, yum, yum.
So
They didn't say me one, did you?
well, he could say same about all these that I bake.
Yeah, but you know that I'm a greedy get.
So anyway, Chris is the only one that's had a piece of the brown, what is it? Brown sugar crumb cake. Yeah, it's such a long-winded name. I keep forgetting what it's called. So yeah, I cut it up this afternoon, and Chris says, "While you're there," I knew what was coming, so I'd already got plate on. Bella's put, "I am Jad, you have enough of Jeanette's greedy sod." So anyway, I knew when he says, "While you're there," I was gonna, I knew what he was gonna say. So I'd already got a plate out, and he come in the kitchen, and I says, "I know what you're gonna say. You want a piece." So he says, "Oh, while you're cutting it up." So anyway, he had a piece, and yeah, very nice. So I says to him, because I sort of haven't been, well, when I say I'm I've just read that one out.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So I've sort of not been in a sweet tooth mood today, if you know what I mean. Otherwise, I'd have read something myself. So I says to him, I says, "What does it taste like?" And he says, "It tastes like a caramel flavour." He says, "That's the only, he says, that's the only way I can describe it. With it, brown, well, obviously it's got a lot of brown sugar in. I hope you save one for yourself, Amjad." He says all students went mad on the cupcakes, all gone in seconds.
What do you mean to tell me you still didn't say me one?
Oh, yeah.
You've got some words, Amjad.
So yeah, so I also commented on Gordo's post in the group. I think you did a good job there, Gordo. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Bella's exactly right what she says, because either she says something funny and I'm laughing, or I say something funny and she's laughing. But yeah, only reason why Chris had some, Tracy, is the fact that I was cutting it up and he just sort of said, "While you're there," and I knew what he was going to say. So it's sort of all in, it's like in two tubs, hence minus one piece. So yeah. Oh, it says he ended up cooking them in the dehydrator. Hiya, Paul, how are you?
Hello, Paul.
Was it sweet? She says.
No, Moorish.
Well, Moorish and sweet mean same thing.
Well,
yeah.
Not sweet as such.
It says it's very Moorish. She says
caramel milk, more caramel.
Are you saving it for Christmas? I don't think it'll last that long, Bella.
No. Not saving it till weekend.
But yeah, it says it's one of them things where it's not ever so sweet, but it says, like how something you have one slice and then you say, "Oh, I'll just have another one." It says it's Moorish, she says, and you won't sort of want to have another slice straight after, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Amjad says, "Did I look at recipe?" Brad, I've got a recipe anyway, Amjad. So, but I forgot what where I got my recipe from. Because if you remember, I made Chris some for his birthday. So I've just put it in tubs, Tracy. Chris has put it in fridge.
Let me bedside cabinet.
Gordo says doing them like that has given me an idea on how to do some doggy biscuits for the pups. But the thing is, Gordo, if you remember, I sent you some recipes. It's not just all about us humans. I mean, they do doggy recipes as well. But yeah, I've just put it in. Well, obviously, because it was such a big cake, I cut it up, and I didn't like stacking it on top of one another. So what I did is put so many in like one of these plastic containers with lid on, and then I got like Heroes or Roses or whatever tub, and put rest of it in there. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, for people that want to bake the dogs something, and they know what's going in it, if you know what I mean. I mean, you never know with stuff that you buy nowadays. If you're a bit dubious of buying, he says he's only in college. Amjad says he's only in college at 9:30 till 11:30, and then that's it. But yeah, Callum told us today that's it. We're still looking for another pup.
Oh, fuck, you thought you got one?
No, we were on about it not so long back.
Oh.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm all for, at least if you make them yourself, at least you know what's going in them. So, Keena breaks up Friday. Oh, but I assumed that Callum broke up tomorrow, and I sort of said to him this afternoon, are you in college tomorrow or are you online? And he says no. He says that's it now. He says because he's done his maths and English today. So
college on Friday, does he anyway?
No, but
hang on a minute.
It's Thursday tomorrow. It's all right, Chris is. Yeah, Chris is getting mixed up in his days. Well, if it were Thursday, I wouldn't be going live, would I?
No. Blades are playing with getting smacked by a man.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Only half a day.
Amjad says he's tired from all that dancing from the talent show earlier.
No, it's all that eating them cakes that's made him tired.
The world's longest show. Oh, it's a Christmas play as well, Keena. But yeah, I just naturally assumed, like, it'd be in tomorrow and that'd be it. But he says that's it now. He says he's finished now till after Christmas. So, it's. But yeah, it does say on that recipe. I know it says up to 3 days, but I find that if you put it in like an airtight container and keep it in fridge, it'll last even longer. So I won't worry too much about it, Tracy. So He's a bugger, isn't he, Amjad? But the thing is, they looked nice, and I bet they tasted nice, and it's such as that sort of people stay straight to it, you know what I mean? I'm laughing at what Bella's put. I don't make Tessa's treat. She's already nicked ours. Then she goes round the floor like a Dyson. That's it. You never leave no lying about where Tessa's concerned, because she'll have it away before you can blink your eyelids. So, I mean, like when we've gone over to Bella's, and obviously I can't eat as much as others. So Bella just says, just put it down on the floor, Tess will clear it up. You know what I mean? Tess will eat it. She'll polish that off. You know, after I'd apologise for not being able to eat it, and she says, well, don't worry about it. She says, because it's not got to waste, because Tess will eat it. But you know, it's it's nice when you know that it's not going to go to waste. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess who's here? Oh yeah, it's Johnny 5.
Johnny 5 is alive.
I'm laughing at what Tracy's put. Her Buster sits under where Keena sits and gets bits that fall off floor. Oh, a German Shepherd or a Belgian Malinois. Oh, what? I've never heard of that one. Or maybe a Dutch Shepherd. Tracy's put he's alive. Oh dear. Oh, I thought you were referring to Johnny then. Yes, son Manu, just let you know, we don't have no swearing, we don't have no negativity. It's a family channel, so just bear that in mind. Oh, Johnny's been doing his sit-ups. So yeah, she said we're a nice friendly bunch, but just bear in mind, we're a family channel, so I'll just let you know that in advance. But yeah, oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm laughing at what Johnny's put. Hiya, Richard. Yeah, I can only swear if it's too bad. Jeanette won't repeat it. Malinois. Oh, you have to send me some pictures.
Sounds like a posh pint, doesn't it? Can I have a pint of Malinois?
What in advance, the lottery numbers? No, we've got a new person in, and I'm just sort of telling him the rules, Wacky, And Richard put, apart from New Year's Eve, then anything goes. So yeah, just saying, we're a friendly bunch. It's a family friendly,
channel.
Yes, that as well.
Yorkshire, Southside.
He said, you mean no effing swearing? Oh.
What? Translated as ghost. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, New Year's Eve. It's Tracy's big 5-0. We haven't decided yet, Richard. Yeah, it's a big 5-0, Bella. So yeah, we haven't decided. Yes, I have it in hand, Mrs. Nicholson. Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Oh, you could interpret that. No.
Well, I mean, like what he said last night, if I'd have turned round to her after what Johnny said about Tracy's behind, if I'd have said that, she could have interpreted it different. So that's why I put it in a different way, Johnny, because she could have thought I were, you know, she's laughing. I mean, what day is Christmas Eve? It's a Thursday, Bella. Just
day before Christmas Day.
Just need to borrow Richard Branson's balloon. Well, good luck with that one, Johnny. I don't care what Chris does. He ain't taking me up on a 24th. What day is Wakey's put 24th. Ha ha ha. Ever the joker, Mr. Wakey. Chris can blow it up. Yeah, quite literally blow it to pieces, yeah.
I'll fart on it, how's that?
Yeah.
I'll blow it up with one go.
Yeah. He ain't got enough puff in him to blow you ought to have seen him when we were blowing Callum's 18th birthday balloons up.
Kill me there, eh?
So, yes, Christmas Eve is a Thursday and Christmas Day is on the Friday. Oh, they look similar to a German Shepherd, just slightly smaller and more athletic. No,
no fireworks.
There'll be plenty of fireworks going off around us, but personally, no. How much weight can your drone take?
Oh dear. I've got two.
Tight git Pixie should have bought a can of helium. Well, we sort of did it in tandem, Wakey. I cut the because they were on put ribbon on them, so I cut the ribbons. Chris blew them up, and I tied the balloons up. So we sort of did it in tandem. Bree got the rough end at stick, and he got to blow the balloon up. Oh, they're basically German Shepherds but on steroids.
Ooh. Roddy, I better watch out then.
So does Johnny want to come up on the panel? Yeah. Just let me know. I watched some of your early videos, done some nice recipes. Why, what condition you're in? Are you all sweaty? You did it on a tandem. Well, you know what I mean. You're splitting hairs again now, Wakey. It were a joint effort, let's just say. No half naked. Oh, dear me. Not to worry, I thought I'd ask. But I do, obviously, I do a baking live on a Tuesday as well. So we made brown sugar crumb cake last night. So, oh, you're in Italy, are you?
Italy?
Yeah.
Have they gone back into lockdown, Italy?
I ain't got a clue.
No, Germany has.
You do you. Yeah. He says, hey, she asked. I'm honest as the day is long. Oh, that's true.
Sometimes too honest.
But yeah, so to do run. Anyway, Less of that. So,
Wakely
I forgot what I'm going to say now. Oh yeah, I've got to get in the. I'll be okay on a normal beach, just not on a live. But yeah, I still haven't sort of started me, my Christmas baking yet, but I will. I'm sort of person. It's either all or nothing. I'll sort of start one day and I'll do a lot in one day. You know what I mean? But what we, doing the baking live on a Tuesday, I'm going all. No, because I'm going to hide them. So, yeah. But it's like, once I get into the momentum, it's like, oh, I'll just do this or I'll just do that and I'll just do something else, you know what I mean? It's like I'm on a roll and are you from up north? We're somewhere in between. We're sort of in middle. I'm not making a cake. If you're, I don't know whether you've gone by then, Wacky, but Chris is the only one that likes Christmas pudding. Okie dokie then, Amjad. I'll see you Friday. I'm forgetting you gave me at it now, forgetting what day it is. See you later, Amjad.
See you, Amjad.
No, it's Lancashire. Darwin Digital's from Lancashire.
Just don't ruin it.
Yeah. So that is like Lancashire's about an hour and a half away from us. Yes, I do know that, Wacky. But if you listen, and if you were in the other night, nobody eats it. So same as I've said, it'd be hardly worth making a Christmas cake. But I did come. Yeah, Yorkshire is more. Well, we're in sort of South Yorkshire. John is in.
John is up that way.
Yeah. John is somewhere, in between.
Up here and down yonder.
If it's an hour and a half away from you, it's time to get a new car. Well, Blackpool's in Lancashire. Isn't it? Is Blackpool in Lancashire?
I think so.
Yeah, well, it took us about an hour and a half to get to.
Yeah, but we hit a load of traffic.
Yeah, we did it a lot of traffic though that time. Anyway, so going back to I just thought a Christmas cake, it's a lot of ingredients. And for it to be sitting there doing nothing and nobody eating it, Chris likes it. Oh, Bint Harrogate. Well, that's not too far from us. It's a lot of ingredients, and Chris is the only one. Hi, Vanessa, how are you? Chris is the only one that eats it. Now, he's the only one that eats Christmas pudding. So I says to him the other night, I says, I tell you what, arrogant, a lovely place. So I says to him the other night, I think it was Monday's live stream, I says, I tell you what, I says, we'll come to a compromise. I says, I'll make you a small Christmas pudding just for you. So, but yeah, it's either you soak it in brandy or whiskey or whatever you've got available, really.
I want a slice of cheddar.
Christmas pudding.
Oh.
I'm assuming. So yeah, so I says, well, we'll come to a compromise. I've got like a little pudding basin. I says, I tell you what, I says, we'll come to a compromise. I said, I'll make you a Christmas pudding just for you. And then he sort of, in next breath, I says to him, I says, well, what I'll do is I might make me and Callum a cheesecake. He says, oh, I made some of that as well. Bacardi Xmas cake, that could even tempt me. But yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to make him a little one in a little basin, and I says, you know, I'll make me and Callum a cheesecake or something to have with his Christmas dinner. So, and then he says, you know, he says, I made some of that and all. Set it on fire. Oh dear, I'll let Chris do that. So then if it goes up in flames, it's his fault. You know, well, I've got nobody to blame, only him then if it goes up in flames. So,
might just buy a bottle of brandy just for pudding and pour it all on.
Oh dear, I made cheesecake. It came out, but I'm used to it. You know, I've made. Well, I can't say hundreds of cheesecakes, but it says waste of brandy.
I'll be drinking here for it and pouring here from Wacky.
Use meths, it gives the same colour flame. Well, there's only meat in it anyway. Yeah. Laughing at what Johnny said. Start a fire, Chris, put it out with ice cream, job done.
Ice cream with Christmas food.
Yeah. So,
Mixed with brandy.
Oh, pardon me, that's that coffee. But, yeah, so I ain't decided on what exactly I'm going to make, like, you know, cheesecake-wise. I did see a recipe. I might actually do a terrace chocolate orange one because I've still got some of them white chocolate minis still in the fridge. So I've got quite a few. You know, just look through my playlist. I mean, I'm sure you'll find one somewhere knocking about. You know, I mean, it's I've got like hundreds of videos. So I mean, beetroot flavored cheesecake now. Hey, and then, but oh yeah, Tracy's the. You know, she says yes, she has. So you know, Tracy's watched a lot of my videos, so she knows what she's talking about. So
what is it? That's Wacky.
He's got this obsession about beetroot, Johnny.
Or he just says it because he wants to.
I've got some coming tomorrow, actually, Bella.
Not books. Oh, slot.
Yeah.
Oh, shopping.
Yeah. So I've got a big order coming tomorrow. So Vanessa says, I have some frozen blackberries. I will drown in some moonshine shortly. But yeah, I mean, everybody, when we were talking about it on Monday, when I made that apple and blackberry pie at weekend, goes on salad and it stays your t-shirt. Well, Seb, as I say, I made a apple and blackberry pie at the weekend, and I
got some frozen figs to make biscuits.
Oh, Wakey says, Tracy, get Johnny a bib. So yeah, so I made this apple and blackberry pie, and when Chris were dishing it out on Sunday, obviously I'd chop the apples up. I put the blackberries all in a pan, and you know, a bit of cinnamon and some sugar, and you know, barely shown it the water. Anyway, so I like cooked them, stewed them, as you call it, and I made this apple and blackberry pie. So when Chris was dishing it up, Callum came in and he went, "What's for pudding?" I only dribble in my sleep. So as a joke, Chris said to him, it's apple and beetroot, and he's going, "Oh, I don't want none of that." So me and Chris were absolutely, yeah, we're absolutely hysterical with laughter.
One of them where you had to be.
Yeah, and it's same as Chris has just said. It's one of them cases where you got to be here to get the full, you know. But we, you know, because of his learning difficulty, he very gullible. So we know, you know, he takes it as read as you're telling him the truth. So and then Chris says, "No, you're not." He says it's apple and blackberry. So he says, "Well, why is apple all like red or pinky colour?" So he says, "Well, your mum's cooked the apples," he says, "and put the blackberries in with apples." And he says, obviously, blackberries are very dark. So some of the juice has come out the blackberries and obviously stained the apples. Wacky's going to get some coffee.
Oh, in his pub pot.
Yeah. He says, "Did you say it? 2.5 pint?"
Something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. But Johnny. I bought a tower in Blackpool, said buyer must dismantle. Oh dear me. Oh dear. Just unscrew a few nuts and bolts, Johnny, and you'll be right. So yeah, you only need a wrench and a screwdriver, and you'll be well away.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I don't think anybody will miss it myself.
Set some bulbs,
Oh dear. Well, I'm sure you can sort that out once you've disassembled it and reassembled it. You can sort that out afterwards. Yeah, you know, sort of as you you know, rebuilding it, you can check lights as you're going along. So, you know, kill two birds. Demolition explosives. Pimp my tower. Oh dear. Well, put it this way, Johnny. They'll see you coming from miles away. You'll be the talk of the town. Oh dear. And just imagine that with that in your back garden. That's what you're getting for your 50th, Tracy. Oops, I've let secret out there.
Getting Blackpool Tower with lights.
That's what I bought you for your birthday, by the way.
Glass roof on the top.
Yeah, oh God. He says, "You've seen my garden, Chris. We only need to move a couple of caravans." She said, "Don't think so." It was supposed to be a surprise, Tracy, but I let Cat out at bag. We could use the tower for a glider launch pad. I'm going to say you could use it as a police beacon. It's that big. Well, put it this way, Vanessa. Here in the UK, you've seen Eiffel Tower. Now, it's like a carbon copy of the Eiffel Tower.
Except smaller.
Well, only a tad smaller. But so basically, it's a carbon copy of the Eiffel Tower, but it's not as tall. So, but it's our version of the Eiffel Tower, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I just thought I'd oh dear. Does anyone know how to cancel eBay bids? I'm bidding on a Mickey Mouse outfit. I'm 5 minutes from owning Sheffield United Football Club. Oh dear, I think he'll let you.
I'm not arguing with that one.
Yeah,
God,
I think he'll let that one slide, Gordo. Favorite Thunderbird? I haven't watched Thunderbirds in years.
can't remember what they called. Thunderbirds are gold.
Oh dear. It's going to be taller, but they ran out of Lego. Can you remember them? No, what was that? Because you see, being a woman or a lady or a girl, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I know, Meccano. Can anybody remember Meccano?
Yeah, one of them. Becky!
Yeah, hiya Becky, how are you? So you'd be able to build one out of Meccano. Johnny's put Thunderbird one if it fits on the new tower. But yeah, that's why I couldn't. Oh, there's a YouTube channel that drops stuff off a tower a lot. Oh, but yeah, you know, and that's what when we're talking about Lancashire. I think Blackpool comes under Lancashire, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it does. You've already said it.
So yeah, you know, are building a tower. No, it's just in Lancashire. Blackpool is part of Lancashire, and that's where the big tower, like the Eiffel Tower, is, but it's a bit smaller than the. That's not allowed now, new owner. So, but yeah, you know, it's being afraid of heights. I think I've only ever been up Blackpool Tower once, and that were enough. So yeah, I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to heights. Anything more than like 2 foot off at ground, and that's it. But the thing is, you know, it's one of our holiday attractions, let's just say. You know, it's got like a what you call an elevator, a lift, we call it, that goes up middle, and then there's like a square bit, and that's where, once you get to the top, it's like a viewing platform, should I say. Oh, Vanessa says she went to Statue of Liberty 3 times as a kid. Awesome, I could charge extra. So yeah, there's a lift that goes up middle of it, and then once you get to the top, there's like a square bit, and that's like the viewing platform. Well, what Chris were on about is, I think they've changed it now, and that platform is like got you know, like glass, so you can actually no, thank you. Blackpool is a good away weekend with a footy. But you know, when we went to Blackpool, Gordo, we actually went past Blackpool Football Club. So oh, Fleetwood. To be honest with you, I don't know how high it is. To be quite honest, it's high enough, put it that way. Somebody that don't like heights, I don't like heights at all. So I've only ever been on up Blackpool Tower once, and that were enough. Is it what Wakey's put? Is the square bit through the arch window or the round window? But we're talking probably 30 years ago, if not more. It's more than 30 years ago. So that was the one and only time I ever went up Blackpool Tower. And I've, you know, no way, Jose. The Statue of Liberty is massive, far bigger than Blackpool Tower. No, I don't do heights. You know, full stop. I'm not reading that one out either, Johnny. But yeah, I mean, we're talking over 30 years ago. Oh, Gordo's been Googling. 158 meters or 518 foot. There you go. Johnny put ha ha, she won't read it out. But yeah, I mean, that's one of my downfalls. I don't like heights. So anything more than above 2 feet off at floor, that's me, you know, that's me, that's my limit, you know. I know in a way it's sort of being a party pooper, but if you don't like heights, you don't like heights, you know what I mean? Yeah, but try telling my brain that, Wakey. I've tried that one because I've had that told to me more than once. Well, this is how bad it is. When I used to work, when I first started working, where I worked, it was only like a 2-story building, right? You know, ground floor and a floor above it, right? Now, they had a fire drill this particular day. No, definitely not. So anyway, so we're on, you know, it weren't like a tower block or anything. It was just like a bottom floor, second floor. That were it. So they had this fire drill this particular day. And the stairs going down the outside, obviously the fire, you know, in case of a fire, you had to go down these stairs. Well, because they weren't closed in, they were like metal, like open ones. I were hanging on for dear life. I was lasting down there. And, you know, my supervisor says to me, she says, well, if that fire were real, she says, you'd have probably burnt to death. She says, how long it took. And I says, I can't help it. I says, I just don't like heights, especially, you know, when I can see below me. You know what I mean? Even like going down these, you know, you know, it's when you're that petrified of heights, and it's not just, it's like, let's say, for instance, I mean, when we went, it was one time when we went on holiday, and Chris went up this windmill with Callum, and they were like these little tiny windows, and they were like, "Oh, Mum," and I was going, "Oh God, oh," it was making me feel physically sick just to think of them. That eye, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, I mean, it's not just, it's that, no, it's just like a feeling of dread. You know, it don't have to be physically me that's up there. You know, Chris and Callum were up there, and they, you know, they couldn't have cared less. You know, and they're putting the arm out window and waving to me, and I'm going, I could feel like a clammy sweat and all sorts. It's just, Vanessa says, my doc asked me if I black out when I look up with my head. I said, sure. Do you want me to do it? What? It's okay. This end some might be your end. What? As Callum message. Oh. Yeah, Johnny says no lag here. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it's that feeling of dread, you know, but even when it's sort of, I'm safely on ground and I'm safely, you know, I'm sort of sat on a bench in grounds of this like windmill type of thing. But with the fact that they were both poking their arms out to this little window and waving at me, and it's just that I can't explain it. It's just like this feeling of dread comes over me, and I start all clammy, and you know, I wouldn't rest until they were safely back down. And Vanessa says she'll film the statue if they can get to it in a year or so. She would do anything for love, but she won't do 7 Floors New Yorkshire Meatloaf song. Yeah, you're welcome, son. So yeah, I don't know what I don't know where it's come from, you know. I don't know, but I've always been afraid of heights. Vanessa says I'm north of Manhattan by exactly 121 miles northeast at top edge of Connecticut. Ooh, but yeah, it's. I suppose this is where like panic attacks and everything comes into play. You know what I mean? That is one thing that you know, where panic attacks come from. You know, the fear of dread and everything that, you know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a psychologist or anything, so you know, I've always had this fear of heights. Ask me how I know the distance is exactly 121 miles. Go on then, Vanessa, tell me how you know it's exactly 121 miles. You see what Johnny's put? Yeah. Costa del Rothwell, I have a caravan park. Does that mean that because you've got 2 caravans, it's classed as a caravan park? Oh. Did you see my comment regarding the height of the Statue of Liberty? It's actually smaller. It's only 93 meters high. Oh. So does that mean Blackpool Tower's higher than Statue of Liberty then? But yeah, you know, it's if you park them next to one another. One day coming home from New York City on a Sunday at exactly 103rd and First Avenue, I was hit by a car. Oh. But yeah, so Blackpool Tower is actually taller than Statue of Liberty because Blackpool Tower's 157 metres and Statue of Liberty is only 93. I'm just laughing at that. I mean, you know, I feel for him, and you know, it's the unknown. It's all right. Wacky says he saw a guy fall off some scaffold once. He managed to grab a hold and was screaming for us to get him down. He couldn't understand why we were all laughing. His feet were only 3 foot from the ground. Oh, you paid for towing. Oh, tow truck guy said he never took someone such. I'm laughing at Johnny. He says, I once got hit by a car near Jimmy's, full of student nurses. I was 14, thought I'd died and gone to heaven. Trust you, Johnny. So, but yeah. But the thing is, Vanessa, you've either got a head for heights or you haven't. Nah, I'll see something like that on telly and I'm going, oh God, rather him than me. That won't, you know, that be sort of very bottom of me list of jobs. Yeah, I don't know how some of them do it, to be honest with you, because, you know, but there again, it's like everything else. You've either got a head for heights or you haven't. The Eiffel Tower dwarfs them both. That's 300 metres and 324 metres to the tip of the tower. But the thing is, I mean, just by looking at something, you can't sort of gauge which is taller. I suppose if you stood them all next to one another, you know, then you'd sort of get the, you know, the true, oh, I don't. Vanessa says she gets motion sickness just watching first-person view on roller coasters on TV. That's another thing. I've never been into fairground rides or roller coasters or anything like that. But Callum loves them.
Is a singing belly anyway.
I was near Mount McKinley quite a few times in Alaska. The sucker is more than 5 miles high. Ooh. But you know, it's like you know, obviously we're having this fear at heights. You know, roller coasters is out of question. Callum used to love these. We used to call them umbrellas, but they were like, it's like a thing that keeps going higher and higher and higher. Callum absolutely loved them, and every time when we went to Butlins, that was one of the first things. Hiya, Kate, how are you?
God, okay, lass.
I have a VR headset that can give you motion sickness if you're not used to it. Vanessa says she last rode a coaster in 2004. Paramedics woke me up in the ambulance. That was the last one I ever rode. I'm fine, Kate. Paris is beautiful, but where the Eiffel Tower is, it's very touristy. Oh. Vanessa says I can't do headsets unless I have a pail round my neck. But yeah, it's we're just talking about heights and whatever, Kate, and you know, like roller coasters. And I've only ever been up Blackpool Tower once, and that were enough for me. Never again. I don't do roller coasters for that same reason. But you know, same as I've just said, Kate. It's like you either, you know, you either like heights or you don't. And I'm one of these that don't at all. I like my feet firmly on ground. But the time when I went up Blackpool Tower must have been 30 odd years ago or more, and that were enough for me. Hiya, Mike. How are you?
My lad.
But would go up the Eiffel Tower, but it's in France. Don't do France. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's a case of no. Have you heard the news? Not. I've stopped watching news, Kate. To be honest with you. But you know what I mean? I get the concept of these VR headsets, and I can understand, you know, the feeling of disorientation, and that's one thing that you know, I won't feel comfortable with, like feeling disorientated. My last plane ride was last decade. I entered a jet and then asked for everyone's air sick bags. But the thing is, I mean, the last time I went on a plane was when me and Chris got married and we went on honeymoon. And it weren't so much the plane journey. It was because, you see, at that time, they put steps up to aeroplane. It were actually going up the steps. And there again, even going up steps, I were clinging on for dear life. I were all right. Hiya, Kevin. How are you?
I don't care, lad.
Nothing's cooking. I only do the baking on a Tuesday evening. But yeah, once I were on playing, I were fine. But it was just like going up the steps to the plane, and then when we got off at other end, coming down the steps, that's, you know, knowing the plane is so high off the ground that you flew to Whitley Bay. But that, well, last time we flew, we went to Spain, and that, you know, that was traumatic enough. It was just going up and coming down steps. Once I were on plane, I were fine. You know what I mean? Oh, the nerves that control my heart rate are failing. They found in February. Oh.
Oh dear.
Tracy says she's never been on a plane, but hope to in a few years. But I mean, that was the only downside of it, Tracy. The plane journey didn't bother me. It was just going up the steps and coming down the steps. I hope I can at least get to the UK before I can't fly anymore. But this is the thing, you know, and another thing that bothered me were, you know, like I get the ears popping and, you know what I mean? But I were all right. You know what I mean? It was just panic going up these steps and panic coming down it. So yeah, it's just Oh dear, trust you.
Snakes on a plane.
So you ask pilot or one of air stewardesses, is there any snakes on plane before you get on?
You see the film, ain't you?
Oh.
Snakes on a plane.
Oh, she says she can fly over on military flights.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bella. I mean, we're talking we've been married 18 years in June, so that was the last time I went on a plane. But they do like put them up to, it's like a tunnel thing now. But
Just do it.
use a plane last week, Stanley, very sharp, sorted out the sticking door, no problem. I just do it.
Just do what?
What?
Me, just do what?
Do what? Oh, free plane tickets are definitely worth being. Yeah. But same as you said, if your health's deteriorating, it's sort of, if it's something you want to tick off your bucket list, then why not do it while while you're able to do it? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a case of we've all got these little things, and just do it. You sponsored by Nike, love.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, but yeah, my weakness is heights. Kevin says only thing on my bucket list is the bucket. But Vanessa's just been explaining she's got a faulty valve to her heart, and it causes her to black out and everything. Just go now. You see what he's put?
What's it for?
All I've got visions of is a midget shouting, "The plane, the plane." But the thing is, I mean, that's one place that me and Chris both want to go to, Ireland, Bella. Did you see my earlier comment?
Did you see mine?
What about you leaving because I'm not baking?
Who's that?
I don't know. It worked, Kevin. But yeah, from a drone perspective, Chris, that's one of the reasons why Chris wants to go, because there's such a lot of beautiful scenery in Ireland. And may book it. But I'm sure, every single one of us has got something that they want to do before before it's their time. You know what I mean? What about the only thing on your bucket list is a bucket? Oh, I don't know. Oh. Johnny says, I have a brand new passport. Only problem is you don't need a passport for Yorkshire. But the thing is, I mean, it's like us. We had all these plans, me, Chris, Callum, Bella and Baz, and Ian and Sophie. We're all going to rent a cottage. Is it Lake District? Yeah, in Lake District. Well, further up. What have I got cooking?
Coffee in microwave.
Oh,
Huh?
Kevin's doing a skydive with his daughter next
Oh,
summer.
cool.
I'm called Just Do It because my mum made that name for me. So I need to pick up my dog poo. And she said, just do it. I think we've all been told that at some point.
Just do it. Get it done there.
Gordo says, as long as that. He says, damn, you could have made a much better reason than just that. Just do it. And Gordo says, as long as I don't kick the bucket, I'm happy. Oh, well, you'll have to let us know when it comes to fruition, Vanessa, and we'll make sure that, you know, I declare Yorkshire a sovereign free state. Need the passport now, Johnny. You need that passport. But yeah, you know, I mean, we got all these plans. We were going to spend Christmas at Bella's. You know, we were going to go to rent a cottage in Lake District, and you know, and all these plans. But obviously, you know, they didn't come to fruition. Yes, Yankee Candle HQ places directly north by 40 miles. Great fun to visit, but they can't let us make candles during. Oh. Bella says, we'll have to do a house swap, Vanessa, be a cheap holiday. Oh, dear. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's like we've got all these plans, and you know, Bella normally goes to her daughter's to visit grandkids and everything at Christmas, but she'd made like a thing saying, you know, do you want to come to us? And but oh, I think I posted a pic in front of the HQ Yankee Candle store on my Instagram account. Oh, border control on the A1 and M62. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's like everybody else. We've got all these, we've got it all worked out. We've got all these plans, you know, and, you know, it just didn't come to anything. Oh dear, Mrs. G's wrestling with Ronnie because she's trying to brush him. But yeah, I mean, Joy, but yesterday. Yeah, anyway, so we were sat here yesterday, not come at door, and then something was shoved through the door. So Chris got up. Oh, that rate. We heard letterbox go, and then we heard a knock at door. So Chris got up, and like Joy was stood on footpath, you know, a good like 6-7 feet away. And she just says, we thought we'd drop by with some Christmas cards and, you know, just let you see Amelia, you know, and believe it or believe it not, Bella, Amelia starts nursery in January. Time flown by. Nell just lays there, tail goes nuts when I get the Hoover to her. Well, that's one way of doing it, Wacky. But yeah, you won't believe how much Amelia's grown since we saw her last. So we sort of just, you know, we had like a brief conversation, and she just says, you know, obviously we know we can't come in and whatnot, and blah blah blah. She says, but I just wanted to wish you Merry Christmas and all this, that, and other, and she gave us his Christmas cards, and but yeah, we couldn't get her over how big she'd grown.
Oh, it's just chit-chatted away like
Yeah.
that tomorrow.
I mean, this is the funny thing. When they were going, Joy is Chris's, used to go to school with Chris, and Laura's a daughter, and that's Laura's daughter, Amelia. Anyway, just as they were going, I went, bye, see you next time. And she sat there going, and I puckering lips up. I couldn't stop laughing. It's even runs away from it, but when you get the brushes out, it goes nuts. But yeah, because sort of, I stood at door talk. Well, Chris stood at door talking to her to begin with, and then when I got up, he sort of come back in here so I could stand and talk to her. You know, and you know, Brit were asked, you were like going, and I'm going like to her, and yeah. But yeah, Bella, you wouldn't believe how much she's growing. And when Joy told me that she was starting nursery in January, I thought, blimey neck, that's soon gone past. So this is the thing, when you don't see somebody for a long while, you could tell how much they've grown. You know what I mean? But the thing is, Kate, I was there before she was, you know what I mean? I was there, well, not actually there when she was born, but you know what I mean? I've known her right from being a little baby, and to see her now, you won't believe how big she is. But you know, she's got her hair's blonde, and it's really, really curly. You know, she looks like a young Shirley Temple, if I'm honest. She just looks the spitting image of a very young Shirley Temple. And when she was puckering up, I couldn't stop laughing. So yeah, she's a lovely little girl. You know, at that age, you know, they're into everything. And last time she come here, she got, you know, she went in the thing with cats' toys, and you know, a typical like 2/3 year old. You know, she were into everything. But I couldn't believe, is she two? I don't know. I don't know. I've lost track of things, Kate. You know, since we've been in lockdown and whatever. But she is. Laura says she's starting nursery in January. Yeah, well, that's what Joy and Laura told me. She says, my little girl's growing up now. She says she's starting nursery. So I don't know whether she meant like a private nursery or, you know, a state nursery. I don't know. You know, but she's a right character, honestly. And it's like at times like that when I miss having a girl. You know, I've had all boys, so you know, she got these like little Doc Martin boots on, and you know, like a little puffer jacket, and she looked as, you know, as pretty as a picture. You know what I mean? But yeah, I couldn't believe how much she'd grown since we saw her last. You know what I mean? And it's how long? About 8, 9 months, 10 months, something like that. So, but it's surprising how much they grow. We're not seeing her. So yeah, you know, it were a nice surprise. You know, I mean, it broke the day up, and I says to her, you know, I says, obviously, I says, only place I've been is doctors, and oh, that's the thing as well.
What?
you know when I had the telephone review and my medications, and this like, have been all right, blah blah blah. Apparently, I had my blood pressure done and my blood's done in May. Well, this is what pharmacists were telling me. She did tell me, but nobody said no to me. But when I had my blood pressure done, when I went in for these bloods, she says it was on the low side. So I says, well, nobody said anything to me, and I'm still on like 5 micrograms of Ramipril from the blood pressure. See you later, Bella.
Bye, Bella.
So, but I says, well, how come you're just informing me that when I had my blood pressure done, it were a tad on low side? So she says, well, when I say it's low, she says it's not dangerously low, but it's lower than it normally is. So, so yeah, so I don't think there's any great, thing about it being too low. So yeah, and then I sort of got, have you had any problems or blah blah blah, this, that, and other. And I says, well, yeah, I'm still having the problem. I says, with my feet swelling up and my legs and my ankles. Oh, that's it. That's it, Kate. It's probably because obviously with the pandemic and everything, they're working all hours God sends, you know what I mean? So to catch up with the workload, that's why they've probably done it on a Sunday. So yeah, so I says to her, I says, the only problem I've got, I says, is my feet are swelling up like elephants' feet, my ankles and all this, that, and other. I says, and they did me some compression socks, I says, which were neither here nor there, and they didn't help in any way, shape or form. And basically, that's when she told me my blood pressure were a bit on the low side. And she says, well, Wales are going into lockdown, and Christmas Eve, no essential shops go to shut. We're going to mum's parent for Xmas Day, but we've all decided to stay at home and all. But this is it, Kate. Same as I've said. I mean, we made plans. We were going to go to Bella's. We were going to book a cottage in Lake District. There were me, Chris, Callum, Bella, Baz, Test Dog, Ian, and Sophie, and they were like going to be all as booking a cottage, but that never come about. And then there were all this upheaval, and same as Bella says, I want to be around for another year. I am throwing a turkey to roast for tomorrow. Well, last time I had my shopping, I ordered a turkey crown, so that's in freezer. Yeah, this is it. We were going to go to Wales to see Azy and Kate, and we got all these plans, and everything's just gone down pan. Bella wanted to go up to Wales with us to meet Kate, and it's just everything's gone to pot. You know what I mean? But thank you, Paul. But this is what I mean. Like same as Bella says, she'd rather just her and Baz spend Christmas together rather than go down to her daughters and risk them getting ill or risk her getting ill. She says, I want to be around for another year till this is all over with, etc. So yeah, And I fully understand that because I'm same. You know what I mean? It's not as if I'm sort of getting any younger. I already have respiratory problems. So if I were to catch it, I'd be done for. You know what I mean? So, but this is it. It's a case of, and I've always said this all along, I want to stay well for my family. Yeah, I mean, I did. But yeah, I did see one thing. I don't. That might have been from a notification, but according to what I can understand, all secondary schools, colleges, and universities are now going to be testing on a weekly basis because that's where it's spiking the most in university situations, college situations, and secondary schools. So I don't know how true it is. I don't know, but it says something on the lines of, I don't know whether it's like when they go back in January, but all like older children are going to be tested on a weekly basis so they can get to it quicker, if that makes any sense. So yeah, we all set. We've got us pigs in blankets. We've got us turkey cran. I've just got to do me, make some more mince pies and make some maids of honor and whatnot. So, and I just said earlier on, Kate, I says once I get in baking mood, I should do it in one foul swoop. I should do my mince pies, my maids of honor, and everything, and then they're done. If that makes sense. But I don't think I'll be doing it tomorrow because we've got shopping coming at between 3 and 4. So, but yeah, it's been nice to have a chat with you, Kate, and have a catch up. I have been worried about you. I mean, I sent you a message earlier on. That sounds good, Vanessa.
No?
I must finish trimming my tree. Oh, are you going to stay with Vanessa? She's got a blizzard.
Oh, plus she's got moonshine, so plain brown, moonshine and snow.
Yeah. So you might have a visitor, Vanessa.
Might.
Moonshine, snow, drone footing, bush cutting again. So yeah, you're ticking all the boxes for you're ticking all the boxes for Chris. You'll be lucky.
I can fly there, you know. Superman.
Got a gammon and leg of lamb and beef. Got to get the turkey and doings in blankets, pigs in blankets, yeah. Oh, Tracy goes to posh shop for stuffing. That's one thing that we haven't got.
Stuffing,
yeah. Yes, you both are always welcome here. Blackberry filled moonshine. Oh, so yum. You had him on moonshine bit, Vanessa, let alone no else. Well, you see, I was saying earlier on, Kate, I've got a shopping being delivered tomorrow, so we've got all his booze ordered. That's all. I live next to International Airport too. I can watch your plane land from my driveway. We wave to us on plane. So, but yeah, I mean, I were on about it earlier on. We were just talking about it on Monday night, Kate, about Chris is the only one that likes Christmas pudding. So I've oh, we'll believe you, Kate. Not that I don't believe you, but you know what I mean.
You don't believe me, Kate?
So yeah, Chris is the only one that likes Christmas pudding. Chris loves cranberry sauce, so he might be coming to yours for his Christmas dinner as well, Kate. So yeah, so Chris is the only one that likes Christmas pudding. So I says, I haven't made a cake because it'll only go to waste because Chris is the only one that likes cake, the Christmas cake, because I don't like the icing and I don't like the marzipan. I could just about, you know, eat the fruit cake. Ooh. If I get a job with our DOD education activity, I can get a teaching position in England. Ooh, there you go. So yeah, so I says, I'm willing to compromise. I says, I'll make him a small Christmas pudding to himself. And then I said, I'll just make me and Callum a cheesecake for like Christmas pudding. So we went, I'm having some of that as well. Ooh.
No?
She says I would be living there for 2 years stint. Ooh. That sounds interesting. That is my dream job. Oh, I didn't used to like mince pies, but I do like the mini. I tell you what, the ones that we did, what me and Tracy did, the Viennese ones, I think you'd have liked them, Kate, because they're like a pastry, obviously a teaspoon of mincemeat, and then it will like a paste that you piped on top. So they were very nice, but they were very fiddly. So I'm just gonna go for the normal mince pies, you know. So it's like bish bash bosh, job's a good one, job's done. So I should probably get on doing the Christmas baking over at weekend because we're having shopping delivered tomorrow. So once I complete 10 years doing that, I can retire from them again with 30 years credit. No, I'm going to hide them. Well, this is the thing, Kate. On when did I make them cookies? Were it Monday?
Yeah.
Right. I made 2 lots of cookies. I made the white chocolate cookies and I made milk chocolate cookies. They've all gone. So yeah. So that's what I mean by I'm going to hide them. Or they will be gone by next week. They'll probably want me to make some more. So yeah, but when I make my mince pies, I like do either 2 or 3 dozen mince pies or 2 or 3 dozen of these maids of honor. Now, Chris loves the maids of honor, and I don't know whether you've heard of them, Kate, but they're like pastry, a spoonful of strawberry jam, and then you put like a sponge on top, and they called maids of honor. And my mum, that's what my mum always used to make at Christmas. So I've sort of carried on tradition, and ever since I've made maids of honor. And that's one thing that, you know, one thing my mum used to go straight for when she come here, like, cause we used to have, my sister used to have a box at Christmas Day and then bring her over to us at Boxing Day. I will make cookies next week. Hopefully they will make it through Christmas. But yeah, I mean, where Chris is concerned, they're one of his favourites, and he'd never heard of them until I sort of made them. You know, once we when we got together, he says, "What's the maids of honor?" I says, "It's just like a pastry case, spoonful of strawberry jam, and then you put sponge on top." 2 or 3 dozen, and how many are you making for yourself? That's why I say I've got to hide them, Wacky. You read that? Chris wants me to send him some of Ronnie's fur for his head. I think I might be able to weave a wig for him. But yeah, and that's where my love of baking comes from, is watching my mum bake. And she always used to make these maids of honour at Christmas. She's making several batches of blueberry muffins too. Don't give Pixie any idea, Vanessa.
What?
She says several batches of blueberry muffins. As ready as we'll ever be. Still got some. We always buy Callum a football top for Christmas. That's you in tier 7 Pixie planted, lol. So yeah, zip code, please. I couldn't get shut on you even if I wanted to.
I'm going to there for a week, eat some cookies, and come back.
It says weave a wig, you can weave a living room carpet with what come out of him. But yeah, Chris, ever since I started making them, Chris has absolutely loved them. They're one of his favourites. Makes 12 large muffins or 24 smaller ones. We've just got a few more presents for people I don't like, so pound shop, here we come. But yeah, I mean, Chris has got to nip over to his mum and dad's with some cards and stuff like that. You know, I don't know whether football shops open or what. Could do with the rug. Oh, everyone likes polos. I bought. You see, this is another tradition that we've always done with Callum since he were little. I buy him them, you know, them tubes, like tubes of Smarties, Rolos, and such. What? So I've got some of them coming tomorrow. I always wrap them up as like a little bit of a stocking filler. You know what I mean?
4-5.
Oh, push it boat out there, Johnny. A 4-pack. So yeah, so we've always done it, and even like now he's 18. You know what I mean? He still likes his sweets, so you know, I always get him a tube of Smarties, and I've ordered Rolos, and I think other one is like randoms. They like wine gums and midget jam. Hey,
you'll be listening.
Yeah. So we've always done it as like a little bit of a stocking filler. But you know, same as we've said, like this year, predominantly we're going to be gaining money so he can get whatever he wants. But we want him to have something to open on Christmas Day. So we've got a few things, you know, on order. But we don't go for chocolate coins. We just have it all depends what they've got. Like Rolos, like I think they're them mini Rolos though, but it's like Rolos and Smarties and whatever they've got in basically. Gordo says, talking of polos, I was watching the Royals with Nana going on about the owls. Oh dear. Johnny says Keena's favourite is the chocolate. She's got chocolate coin. What's Pixie doing?
Why?
He's over there.
I'm here. I'm sat down at my computer, Wacky.
The thing is, he's been trying to do this photograph what somebody's asked him to do, but it's been a bit of a pain in the rear end. Just to get it just right. Hey, up he's put a link in. So yeah, so he's been trying to do that since yesterday. Did Wacky get into my moonshine? He says, "What do you think?"
Oh, is this for me? Is it?
Yeah.
Better look on my computer then.
He's nodding off in his chair. Not today. He were
No,
other.
not today.
Yeah. You'll go blind, Pixie. Oh, that don't make no difference. He already is, Gordo, for the 5th time. Yeah.
Hey, oh, where's Linda? Oh, there it is.
But yeah, you know, he's been trying his damnedest to get this picture right. Hiya, Foundation Ariel. Hiya, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
So yeah, but it's when it comes like to editing photographs, is somewhat of a perfectionist, and somebody's asked him, "Hiya, Miss Chick, how are you?"
Hello, Miss Chick.
They've been specific on what they want, if that makes any sense. Did you see what he wrote?
What I wrote.
Oh.
If you look up.
No, he says, "Did you see what he wrote?" Oh.
Probably meaning me. I said, well, Wacky says, what's Pixie doing? And I was watching porn.
Oh. Vanessa says she has cranberry-filled moonshine in deep freeze. Ooh. Definitely coming to your ass, Vanessa.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, so he's been asked to do this specific picture. Probably Gordo will know. What is it like, stacking or something? Well, I don't know. And no, I'm on about it's like a background, a building, and then a superhero.
Looks legit to me, mate.
I'm starting my new job properly tomorrow. Kind of scared. It was all training before, and they changed my timetable, so I had 2 days off. Oh, is it a play like what we wrote? Oh, cranberry moonshine, frozen vodka, infused cranberry ice cubes.
Vodka?
Ooh. Turkey apple pie. No, it's not that one. But anyway, he's been asked to do this specific photograph. You know, a background, a building, and a superhero. But he's sort of been watching all these YouTube videos on exactly how to do it, because he did it, and there were like a brightness to it, if you know what I mean. Oh, no drone flies only.
I was joking.
Anyway, so it's trying to get it perfect. That's one thing about him when he's got asked to do these type of things. Nothing but perfection will do, if you know what I mean. So he's been damn you, found my kryptonite, Vanessa. I'm allergic to cranberry. Oh. Yeah. Chris is mad for it, Johnny. Oh, he has it on Sunday dinner, he has it on Christmas dinner. Welcome back, Ian.
Where's back?
So yeah, so it's sort of been a bit preoccupied, let's just say. Have a bowl of sprouts. That's one thing that ain't going on as Christmas dinner. So yeah, you know, he's been a little bit preoccupied with it. I do have black raspberries.
Black raspberries.
Oh, if you want to talk about infused stuff, Gordo's your man, Vanessa. He does. Oh,
What?
Miss Chick says, have you tried the Brussels sprout, Chris? No, thank you. Yeah, Gordo's asked you a question.
I'll type it.
The images you're using, are they just off the net? You see, I've sort of stood back and let him do his own thing, and you know, he's been getting sort of agitated, frustrated. You know what I mean?
Frustrated.
Yeah.
Not a word.
I mean, you let her message Gordo and tell him exactly what. Oh.
Already been there, done that. What t-shirt?
You see, I ain't got a clue when it comes to that sort of thing, so I sit here and keep my gob shut. You know what I mean? I tried Chris, could only handle a few before mouth. Oh, but I detest Brussels sprouts in any shape or form, whether they're crisps or what they are. I don't do Brussels sprouts. You know, Chris is on. You know, that's where we're on the same page. Neither of us like Brussels sprouts, so you know, we don't do Brussels sprouts. So yeah, but you know,
sorting stuff out so it could be.
Chris ain't got a clue anyway, Jeanette, so you could help him out. He lost his mind years ago. Well, yeah. Johnny says he's sending his brother's prezzies via bow and arrow because he's still self-isolating. Oh, yeah. You see, are you ready to reply?
Oh. Leave it with me. I'll send you a better image for you to use. I think the problem is with the building. Ah, right.
I know that, you know that, and everyone knows it. Yeah, but there's only me has to put up with him. Oh dear. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's one of these things where we've all got to, you know, make the most of what we've got this year, and but it, you know, I was saying earlier on here, and we've got all these plans. We're all gonna go to Lake District, and we were going to go over to Bellas for Christmas, and I am staying home until this cough stops. I don't need a flogging over a cough. Well, this is it. I mean, it's like, for ages now, we've had a shopping delivered. But when we used to go to Asda to do a shopping, I says to Chris, I says, it's like, you know, you're that scared to cough, even though, like, I mean, I've got a smoker's cough, you know what I mean? But you're scared to, in case anybody comes down on you like a ton of bricks because you're coughing. But the thing is, it's like Walkers do a prawn cocktail flavour. Well, you're not telling me they actually use prawns in it. They're just replicating the flavour. So, you know what I mean? How can they replicate the foul taste of a Brussels sprout? Yeah, exactly, Kate. You know, and when we used to go shopping, I keep saying to Chris, I want to clear my throat, but I didn't because, you know, the looks you'd get just for, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't eat potatoes, I stick with the sprouts. Oh, well, you're on about earlier on, Johnny, about Chris blowing up this hot air balloon, if you're eating just Brussels sprouts, you'll have enough wind to blow it up yourself. Think I have the right image to use? Are you printing it out?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, I mean, once you've ate your Brussels sprouts, Johnny, you'll have enough, you know, wind to blow 2 hot air balloons up. Oh, I slip on military base 1st of the month at 0800 hours, no one hardly around. But the thing is, you know, there's such but the thing is as well with me as well, Miss Chicks, I mean, I've got a bit of a smoker's cough. Now, another thing that sets me off coughing is when we have eating on, and that dries my throat out. So obviously you get like this irritating, dry cough sort of thing. And that's only because it's dry air. Methane not advisable for balloons. You know, it's a case of a lot of factors. I mean, my CPAP machine dries my throat out. You know what I mean? But I've always got water. That's the thing you didn't remind me, did you?
What?
I need a bottle of water taken up.
Why do you need a bottle of water taken up?
So I've always got water in bottle outside at bed, because the CPAP, obviously, because it's blowing air down your nose and into your throat, it gives you a dry throat. Then this eating, that sort of gives me a dry throat as well. And the fact that I smoke cigarettes. Made baked taters and steaks. Could hardly eat, feeling yucky. Need to use moonshine early tonight. Get some down your neck, Vanessa.
Oi, you can't start without me.
That should blow all the cobwebs away. Yeah, I know what you're referring to, Ian. You know, if that had been me, I'd have had a rocket strike straight up his jacksie. But yeah, there's a lot of factors that make me have like a dry, tickly cough, and it's, you know, the CPAP machine. When we have eating on, because I sit here and I'll be coughing, and Chris will say, "Get a drink or something." I'll say, "Yeah, I would if I'd stop if I could stop coughing." But yeah, that's sort of the 3 things, the 3 factors why I get like a dry, tickly cough is it's all to do with my throat. Yeah, she says I get a dry, tickly cough too, but I never thought that eating could cause it. But you see, the thing is with me, Miss Chicks, is like all through summer we hadn't had no eating on. Now it's dropped cold a bit. We started having eating on. I've been fine up until starting to put eating on regularly. But when you think about it, when you put your eating on, it's like a dry heat. Yeah, Kate says if the eating is left on all night, that triggers it too. Oh. Well, so they should, Ian.
You're too right.
Yeah. I mean, it's not on. It's what I call a job's worth. You know what I mean?
That's what I told him.
You know what I mean? And I said exactly the same to Chris when he told me about it. I says he's one of these that's, you know, he's a job's worth. Wakey says, let's go back to coal fires, then we can blame the coughing on the smoke. But it's true, Wakey. It's like a dry heat, and that's what affects my. It's not my chest, it's my throat. It dries my throat out. You see, it's like 6 of one and half a dozen of other. You know, I take water to bed with me, but if I try not to drink too much water, because then I'm going in and out of bed for a pee all night. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, that's just putting it politely in. That's all I can say. I mean, I did use a few expletives when Chris told me about it. He says, lighthouses, Chris, do you have one like my lighthouse? Wooden spoon outlaw. Well, you see, he's used to wooden spoon now, Ian. Oh. Hey up, Wakey. I mean, Ian knows I watched Real Housewives of Cheshire. And they were, you know, obviously it were filmed before this latest lockdown. And 2 of them met in a restaurant and they had oysters. I sat there and I'm going, because they're eating these oysters. I'm not kidding you. You can ask Chris. I were even at it. Just the thought of it. So yeah, no jelly deals. Thank you very much. And just the thought of watching them eating these oysters and you know just put thing up to their mouth. Oh, Vanessa says, I will try get photos at the lighthouses in Maine to post on my Instagram for you to see. We have a lighthouse of, oh, he wants to fly the Wirral Lighthouse.
I know.
Yeah.
Not want to, gonna.
But anyway, you know, it's just one of my things, you know, apart from my crime documentaries, I do watch but the thing is, it was just watching them eating these oysters, and I could feel my stomach like churning and I could feel myself even. Oh, well, can't you sort of take him and keep him, Ian? You know, if
I want to come back to posh side of you.
If you're taking him, can't you keep him? But yeah, it's so slimy, and just the thought of something slimy going down your throat. He'll take you, Callum, but not you. I can't get a shot on him for no money. Yeah. It's all right. He only wants to take Callum because he knows they've both got Xbox in common and whatever. He'll have a buddy. It's a nice area where Ian lives. Beg your pardon, Chris. Where you says you don't want to stay in that rough hole. Yeah, I think he could have worded it a bit better,
You've
Johnny.
got a dirty mind, Jonathan.
Oh, Sunday name's coming out. If they let me on Martha's Vineyard, I could take pics there too. I and some others were escorted by Mass State Police in. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear me. But you know, for a long time, Ian has wanted to do Mersey Gateway Bridge, so that's sort of one.
That's another to do.
Yeah, that's one of the things on his to-do list. You know what I mean?
I best buy another battery. I've only got one at the moment.
Oh dear, but it's a good job we've all got a sense of humour and don't take things too seriously. Oh, she's quite the rebel, is Vanessa. She got escorted off Martha's Vineyard by the police. Oh. He says you got confused, Chris. That's Sheffield and Doncaster. Big white, your feet on the way out, lol. Oh.
I don't know. Got some more coffee. I'll drink it.
Talking of rough hole, we had 3 shooting down the road saying all connected. Makes it worse. Oh, but this is the thing. It don't, and I've said this before, Ian. It don't matter where you live. The young uns, they get together in gangs, and you know, I mean, we've had shootings here in Sheffield. Did you tell them you were culture club fans? But I don't care where you live, Ian. You know what I mean? It's you know, wherever you live in country, there's always something going off. You know, well, this. People in Doncaster got confused. They'd been drinking the hand sanitizer. Yeah, this is it. I woke up. Well, I got woke up at 3:30 other morning, and it was a chopper copper circling. So, and that's just in your house. So obviously something serious going off, because why else would chopper copper be out at 3:30 in the morning? You know, I mean, this is the question, and everybody knows that I'm a light sleeper, and it woke me up at 3:30. I know it sounds like it's closer than what it is, but we're just saying it don't matter where you are, Vanessa. Kids still get their hands on guns one way or other. You know what I mean? You know, as they say, where there's a will, there's a way. I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. If you know what I mean? And that's how it sort of ACDC miscreants, thunderstruck, lol. You know, it's a case of if they want to get a gun nowadays, they can do. No matter where you are in the world or what town you live in, what city you live in, they're still going to get the hands on them if they so wish to. Am I on a timer?
Yeah.
I see what Johnny's put. He says, sorry, that was me, Jeanette. Apparently, police said if I want to run round the house naked, I have to do it indoors. But yeah, you know, when I says to Chris, I says, I mean, he were away with fairies, so were Callum. Because I'm a light sleeper, you know, it's you could hear it, and it's a sort of like go away into distance, then come back. So it were like it must have been circling, because you could hear it like go away into distance, and then it'd come back loud again. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, it don't matter where you live, there's always something going on, you know, robbery, shooting, etc., etc. They were looking for a person that stole Blackpool Tower. That's a good one. Right, guys, it's that time. Bad insomnia. I can no longer wander around the 24-hour Walmart. Say they almost. Yeah, we same here. I mean, we, you know, the bigger stores, they used to be open 24 hours, but they stopped that once. Ask Tracy, I don't have vids like that. Oh my God. Been to Blackpool once, they can't shut up about the place. So yeah, Johnny made a joke about it earlier on, Ian. He says, I bought a tower from Blackpool and it says, buy a must dismantle. So yeah, so it's that time again. I'm going to get off. I need little girl's room. So just do that before I go.
I want to buy a roller coaster.
Anyway, so I'm going. And I'll see you all on Friday. I don't know whether Chris is going live tomorrow.
With a certain football team getting smacked.
Yeah.
On Thursday night.
It's falling apart. I wouldn't know. So I'll see you on the next one, guys. Probably Friday. Thanks for everybody coming in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye all.